So the bad news is I started the stream before my sim finished loading. The good news is I've already got my flight plan saved in the FMS. So yeah. So I'm closing some windows. Swear, I mean, there's so much stuff. So did I launch Sim Toolkit Pro? I did. And it didn't complain. Good. So load that, see if it complains about that. Nope, doesn't complain about that. Things are getting better and better. I'm going from Chicago to Atlanta. I don't know how many people travel from Chicago to Atlanta all the time. And the TorqueSim SR22 has released. $54, $55, I think. Probably pretty amazing. This thing is taking its time. What do you think? Should I change that wallpaper? I think so. I think I should. Ah, here we are. So the upside of the Derswicki's Chicago is that the buildings are apparently more accurate. The downside is there's not a soul in them. But that looks nice, doesn't it? Wherever you happen to be. So if you're parked here, you'd see inside, see what looks like stores, at least grainy pictures of what looks like stores. And let's look at the control tower. It's my frame rate. My frame rate outside the airplane here is 30. That's a good sized control tower. Look at that. They've all got PCs. I can understand them having screens and stuff like that, but when you're busy, you're not necessarily standing up or sitting down in the control tower. Yeah, so there's Chicago. What runway are we taking off on? Let's see. Yep, this is us. Runway 10 left, so we're going to be taking off towards the city. I hope the frame rate is good. Let's see what the frame rate is sitting in here. It is, let's give it a second. As long as it's 20, I'm okay. Hey, KATL, how are you? How's things up in Montreal? Yeah, I'm getting right about 20 sitting here. We will see. We will see. I haven't tried taking off the Zibo from Chicago, and certainly not into that very dense city that they made. I can get by. Yeah, so fuel, weight balance, payload. Let's see, what do we got here? 16,474. 16474. So we're gonna have something in the center tanks and payload. Where's my payload? Hmm. 30.8. 30.8. All right. So this will be. Oh, let's see. Is VATSIM on? They are in Atlanta now. Oh, got some storms down there. This will be interesting. Let's see. There's Cleveland. Yeah, there's an approach controller on. So yeah, let's give it a shot. Oh, I've got to shut off global traffic. Traffic global. Alright, so it'll save me a frame, right? Yeah, it does. Well, I'm sitting here with 30 right now. Okay. And, oops. Let's quiet these suckers down to save. Alright, so I've got my payload. And, oh, it's not on yet, is it? Yeah, we're back down in the low 20s. Well, we'll see. Let's see if we can get a hold of somebody. Doing great, thank you. Downloaded XPilot and it messed up my XPlane. XPilot didn't mess up my XPlane, but it kept freezing. And they wanted me to send them all these logs and stuff, and I said, you know, I'll just stay with Swift for a while. Nah, I don't wish a Swift installation on anybody, but you know, I do. I would like to get XPilot working. What did it do to your XPlane? Let's see. So I got GPU is connected, chunks are not. Okay. Now we can do this. Alright. Alright, so gear handles down, 3 green, config check is good. 3 green, 3 green. I used to know how to do the whole checklist, and I have long since forgotten. So maybe someday I'll get that right again. Maybe. On the other hand, maybe not. Okay, ref Aircraft Airport is KORD. R. I hope this works. This will be my first flight out of O'Hare. Well, other than taking off and flying around to see how crappy the performance was. KATL. I hope I don't get into a hornet's nest with the BatSim guys. They 40 down to 9. Ugh. That's horrible. Sitting here right now, I've got 18, which is really pushing it. And looking in that direction there, I've got friggin' 12. 16, 17. Yeah, there's a bug in Vulkan right now that's causing, so what happens is you turn your head like this and it drops and then it comes back up. So if I go like this, it's 14, 12, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and now it's 17 and 18. So that's a bug in Vulkan. They know about it. They're working on it. Probably they'll have one more beta, I think, before they go with the release candidate. But I'm surprised. I wonder if something's conflicting with it. You don't have Swift installed, right, or anything else? You know, did you look to see how... Are you running the beta, or are you running 14? 11.4, I mean. That's won't let me fly below 16. Yeah, that's a true story. Are you running the beta? Haftel? If I disconnect, I'll reconnect right away. Let's see, so where's I want to get the hell out of Chicago. Could not acquire public packages. Traffic Global has acquired them, so let's close that and see if that resolves that. No, no. It may not be that. Go to your... Here, you can see this, what I'm doing. Go to Plugins and Show Plugin Admin. Okay? And then click on Performance and look to see what is using the most system resources on your computer. See, I don't even know why Nimbus is using so much. I'm nowhere close to a Nimbus airport right here. But see if XPilot is doing that. See if something is using up a lot of resources. As you can see right now, XLUA is using a lot, and XLUA is this airplane, which is high for an airplane, to be honest. That's a lot of resources. If you load the TBM, it uses hardly any resources. It's very, very efficient. XPlane uses the most, yeah. Well, I don't know. It may be a conflict with something else, but you know, I would load it right now, but I've already got Swift loaded, and but I could do a test with it after I get this flight done. If you join my Discord, I'll let you know what it does after I get done. If you're not on when I get done, you know, at the end, because it's not hard. I think I'd have to stop XPlane, reinstall the XPilot thing, and run a test. Had problems with Vulkan before? You know, I don't think I have had problems with Vulkan, but other than that one bug which, you know, they plan to have a fix for it'll probably be out this week, maybe could be next week. Hope they get it out soon. Where is that? Okay, so flight plan. It's a long flight plan, so I downloaded it. Oh wait, I can pre-file it here. This will be interesting. Alright, so call sign is Delta. Oh no, what is my call sign? I gotta match it up, I guess. I have not tried this. Here, I'll show you what I'm doing. Where is it? There it is. No, that's not it. This is it. I gotta get rid of that. Okay. So this is flight planning. This is my route, which I downloaded from SimBrief. So it gave me a guess, but let's see. If I go to, let's see, so let's connect first. Alright, now let's see if there's I'm gonna have to change my call sign. Disconnect. What is my call sign here? Disconnect. So fly now. Alright, so now I'm out of flight planning into flight summary. And do I have a call sign? I don't know. You'd think you'd have a call sign on here somewhere. And you would think it would be up here. It might not be there because I may not have specified one in the flight plan. Let's go to SimBrief. And let's edit the OFP. Flight number. Let's go Delta 2531 and generate OFP. Say yes. And now, how do I refresh my flight summary? Back to flight planning. All right. Update. OFP 1, is it the same one? 2311. For some reason it gave me a release of 2219. Oh, 2311, so this is not the latest OFP. Back to flight planning. Let's do new. Okay. And now went back to flight summary again. Stop that. Reset plan. There we go. Load. There we go. Alright, so now I can go to flight summary. Oh, there was my call sign right there. It picked it up. Hello? Update. Flight planning. No. Alright, so let's go to my fleet. Edit. DL. Delta. KORD. It doesn't let me put a call sign in. Maybe that doesn't matter. Let's go back to flight planning. Alright, now we're Delta 2531. So now I can go here and do IFR. Actually, let's go connect. Delta 2531, connect. Now I can go to ATC. Oh, a little more mic volume. Okay, hold on. How about that? Is that better? Is that better? Let's see. There's ATC. Or there's clearance delivery. There is an ADIS 135.4. So now if I go to flight summary. I may have to close this and restart it. It seems to have gotten borked. Only takes a moment. Alright, try to keep it from rubbing against my face. It's the microphone, I think. Maybe there's a way to, some place I can crank up the volume more. But go back. What do you mean go back? Let's say don't restore. Let's go to flight planning. And let's load. Here we go. Now, let's say fly now. There it is. Connect XPlane. Alright, so Delta 2531 right there. So that's good. Now I can go to the ADIS. This is a great tool. Free. You know, you can download it. Just Google Sim Toolkit Pro. Get it, download it for free. I'll go back to the flight plan. You want to see the flight plan? Okay. There we are. That's the way it is right now. I don't. It may change when I talk to ATC, but that's what it is right now. And if you hover your mouse over the different segments, so let's see. So what is this? This is departure. Runway 10 left end. I guess these are coordinates. There's no SID, really? Oh. Okay. Yeah, I don't have a SID. I think that's fairly unrealistic. I haven't filed it yet, so let's go back to SimBrief. Edit flight plan. And let's go. Interesting, none of these have a SID. Really? Well, we will see. We'll leave it like it is. I'll call ATC, see what they say. Yeah, so this is the en route section. Just moves around. I don't know. I guess that's useful if you zoom in, right? You go like this. Nashville. I have. And this is the start of the chipper 1. Which is a fairly basic star. And then this is the ILS. Yep, so go back to the flight summary. And it knows we're departing 10 left. It knows the transition altitude, the slope of the runway. I don't know what load means. Oh, this is our load. And radio, so here's the frequencies for everything, and here's the weather. The weather's the good one. So 200 at 10. That's not a great runway to pick for 200 at 10. We may have to change it again. 3005. Well, yeah, you get that here, and then you got your departure charts here. And these are free. You don't have to get anything. Don't have to have Navigraph or anything. At least for the U.S. For Canada, you know, I was flying up at Toronto this morning, and it does give you the charts. So they're just all kind of crammed together in one long PDF file. It's not bad. It's better than nothing. There's the approaches and all that. Chart Fox. Says we spend £10 a month on hosting, around 120 for the year. Oh. I'll go back here. What did I say the ADIS is? ADIS 135.4. Let's listen to the ADIS. Let's see.
Contact Chicago Center on frequency 134.87. Advise on initial contact. You'll have information India.
India.
O'Hare International Airport ADIS information India 22510. Web 20.10. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 4,500. Ceiling 25,000 broken. Temperature 32. Dew point 19er. Altimeter 3005. Or ADIS information P0009V special. 16,003 KT10SMQ042FCT075 BKN20026183006 RMKAO2LPGGSMP West Ray 07K08 CPGSMP Western with P0000. Arrival expect vectors visual approach runway 9er left. Visual approach runway 10 center. Visual approach runway 10 right. Pilots expect to in the ILSY runway 10 right FNACRS. Simultaneous approach is in use. Retwinkle runway hold short instruction. Departures expect runways 9 right. 10 left from DG. 10093 feet available. Simultaneous parallel departures in use. North is to airmen. Runway 4 left. 22 right closed. Taxiway Yankee closed between taxiway Golf Golf and taxiway Romeo Romeo. Use caution for men and equip and numerous sites on the field. Contact Chicago Center on frequency 134.87. Advise on initial contact. You'll have information India.
134.87 he said, but they're not on, so Okay.
O'Hare International Airport, native information, India 2251 Zulu.
119.0.
Web 200 and 10. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 4,500. Ceiling 25,000 broke.
Oh. Swap that.
2.19er. Altimeter 30.
There we go. I guess this is... Oh, we need 121.6 for one's clearance delivery. Let's see, what is my... See if they're on. But I've got to send my flight plan first. So, flight summary, flight controls, pre-file that's in. Oh, I see what this does. So what it does is it brings up this web page, and IFR, QRD proposed 2250, cruising altitude 37,000. It looks right, so okay, and it's good for 2 hours, just like the real world. So that was easy and painless. And let's see, how do I bring up company routes in this thing? Let's see, so there's that. No. I thought there was a way to get a list. Let's no, that's a fix. I think it's Chomsky. We'll see. Hopefully he'll tell me how to pronounce it. If not, I'll have to ask, right? Let's see. So go to my XPlane directory. Go to output, FMS plans, and KORD KATL01. KORD KATL01. Oops, clear. 1. Right? Activate? Alright, I'll bite. Let's go to legs. And let's check it. So it says Chomsky, Karen, Sybil, PXV, BNA. Now I'm going to lose it for a second. Next page. Oops. Noob, I have, M2, and then the Chipper 1 arrival, which I'm sure is named after Chipper Jones. Hell of a baseball player. Second best shortstop ever. Let's see, so I can do arrival, Chipper 1, from Matthew and arriving 9 left. At least that's the plan for right now. Oh, you're going to ask me that. Got all these blasted charts everywhere. See, I really don't have to do this right now, but I'm doing it, I guess, so whatever. Gives me something to do up there. Approach. 9 left. 9 left is right there. And I'll say Ake. Alright, so Ake. Execute. Alright. Not hearing anybody. Why am I not hearing anybody on this? Okay, so I've got this is right, this is right. Let's alright, well, test. Okay. See, you shouldn't hear your own mic. That's one thing I like about XPilot. It doesn't have your own mic making that click sound. You really don't hear that in the real world. You hear it for everybody else's radio. O'Hare clearance delivery, Delta 2531. Let's try this. One would think.
Delta 2531 O'Hare.
Yeah, Delta 2531 clearance on request to Atlanta.
Delta 2531, okay. Wanted to let you know, sir, I don't know, just a friendly reminder, Delta is Delta Alpha Lima. You have Delta Lima in here. Could you please change your call sign for me?
Sure, I'll do that right now.
Thank you much.
So, change my flight plan. Let's see, change my call sign. He's right. It used to be DL years and years ago. My fleet. And let's go. So that doesn't know anything about it. So go to sim brief. Actually, I can just do it right here. And file flight plan, right? Let's see if he picks up on it. Alright, so and then I've got to disconnect, and I've got to go back to connect and then put in Delta and then connect. Should be done. And Delta 2531 it should be all fixed now.
Good, thank you much. Dakota Atlanta Hartsfield International Airport. O'Hare 5 departure, Kaminsky transition as filed. Climb vStates, set maintain 5000. Departure frequency is on 118.0. Squawk.
Okay, so Delta 2531 is cleared to the Atlanta airport via the O'Hare 5 departure Kaminsky transition. Maintain was at 6,000 and expect I believe you said 35010 minutes later, departure on 118.0 squawk 3172.
Delta 2531, initial alt is 5,000. Rest of your readback was correct. Contact O'Hare ground, or excuse me, Chicago departure on 18.0. Have a good night.
Delta 2531. Thank you. That was. You gotta expect that at busy airports, though. You got to. All right, so departure arrival, departure. So I don't know if I'm going to get 9 right or 10 left. So I'm going to take a guess and put 10 left. Sid's done. Sid's none. All right. Let's go look at KORD. KORD. I bet you I know what's going on here. O'Hare 5. O'Hare 5 is simply a vector to some fix, and he's given me the Kaminsky transition. He says the Kaminsky transition. There it is. So we'll depart east and make a right turn and go to Kaminsky. All right, so 118. Did you say 119? 118.0. All right, so I can go over there. No. Flight summary. And departure charts. SID. All right. Let's go ahead and put that in before I forget. 5,000. And squawk is 3172. And we'll put that on altitude off. All right. All right, we're done. Net ref, gross weight, show fuel weight reserves are 6.5. 6.5. Cost index is 10. And flight level 370. 370 07234 34 and plus 10C. Now we'll execute that. Here is 32. Temperature is 32 degrees. That's hot, so I'm going to stay on takeoff climb. And flaps will be 5. Center of gravity 425. Altimeters, let's see, so let's put that in 146. Alright, and so we'll expect radar vectors, but I want the runway heading, so runway heading. Well, I don't know what runway yet. And I don't know what stand I'm at. Let me see if I can find out. Apparently not. But if he asks me, I am at ramp gate C2. Alright. So that's it, that's that, that's it. And we'll go legs here, and we're all set to go there. Right? Let's have a look at the climb profile. Flight level 370250. And good. Alright, so that's good. So we've got 5,000 heading. Departure charts, taxi, airport diagram. If I go 10 left, I get 093 point, let's see, so 094. If he gives me 10 left. And he told me 118.0, but I swear I thought it was 119.0. Find out here in a second. So that's it. And we can go up here and do this. I forgot to check the cross bleeds. That's good. That's good. That's fine. Oh, no. Alright, let's click that. So I've not flown the Zibo on VATSIM in I do not know how long. Now the lights are on. We're all set to start the leg. Start the leg. At least this worked. This will be interesting. I've flown the Zibo on VetSim maybe 3 times, I think. Always makes me nervous because I don't do it very often, but it's always been fun every time I've done it. Yep, I'm doing VetSim. Just as soon as I can verify the friggin' frequency. He told me 118.0, but it looks like it's 119.0. That's okay. That's the worst thing that happens this flight. I'll be very happy. Man, they are fast. Aren't they fast? Ah, see, I was going to screw up there, wouldn't I? Hold that back. We are going up to flight level 370. How did I skip over that?
1399 Chicago is closed. Frequency change to advisors is approved. Good afternoon.
See, I missed that guy.
2020 for Max 1399.
Okay, and Atlanta Airport is taxi airport diagram, 1,000 feet. And that's on auto. And we could do that.
Flight attendants, prepare your doors for departure, please. Cross-check and all call.
Just scraping across the front of the airplane.
All right, we've got everyone strapped in. Give us a ring if you need anything.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Delta Sky Team and our global partners, welcome all to Delta Sky Team. As you're making your way to the national TV, press 0 and out of the hour as quickly as possible.
Let's see. I never stepped through this. That looks beautiful.
99, welcome to O'Hare. Turn right when able.
Go back here. 3005. 3005. Just made a VetSim account and checked account information. It says country Norway, but I filled it as it required during the registration. Does it say no on you? Is no Norway?
Chicago approach, I have a tire blown, Delta 99.
We'll have the truck roll for you, Delta 99.
Let's see, so we're good there. And okay, so that's on. Ground services, GPU disconnect. And we are on there, and I can turn that on. Electrical, what's it complaining about? I don't know what no is referred to, if no stands for Norway on VetSim, or if it means no, like you would say no to something. I would assume that it means Norway. Because my guess is mine says US. Alright, so we are ready for pushback, right? Let's see, that's set, that's set. Push. Well, let's find out what runway we're going to. Chicago departure, Delta 2531.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Delta 2531. I believe I'm at Stan Charlie 2. It doesn't say on my scenery, but request pushback.
That's 2531, push approach Alpha.
Delta 9, Chicago approach, disregard that. I'm just gonna log off right here for Delta 9. Thank you, sir.
Roger.
Alright, have a nice day.
Okay, so at Delta 2531, push approved to Alpha. I believe that I had to do O'Hare. You know, I know something about Atlanta. I know nothing about O'Hare, but here's Alpha. It goes all the way around here. So let's look outside. In fact, let's.
Good afternoon, Chicago approach, 1449, what's happening? Southwest 449, runway 2 left, taxi by Tango, Yankee, DOA, question, midway altimeter, show 3005. Traffic approach for runway 2 left,
ORD.
Yankee, altimeter 3005.
Next. This is the only chart we need right now. Airport info, and there we are. So we're either going 9 right or 10 left. So if I go this way, maybe I'll get 10 left. Maybe I'll drop a hint. How's that? So we'll pull out this way. So go home, go ground services, commander pushback, pre-plan, and we will go here. And that way, if I do have to go to 9 right, I can turn around right there at that taxiway.
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Alright, so let's make sure we're ready. That bugs me. Why is it giving me grief? These are on, those are on. Is that dual bleed? It is dual bleed. I always turn that on right after I turn this on. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. All right. That's normal because of the drives. Drives only look at the master caution after engine start. It's normal. Okay. Oh, thank you, pilot guy. Look, I'm on VATSIM. Hey. Okay, so set chocks, better push back and request push
Ground to
back.
cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Master caution. Okay. Alright. I turned the experimental flight mode back on. I turned it off, I turned it on, I turned it off, I turned it on. There you go. Reset. Just like that. So I'm used to having a sit at big airports, but Chicago's funny. See, now I'm nervous because pilot guy's on here. Pilot guy's a 70 or
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Despite his name, he is a 737 pilot. A real one. I've been working on this airplane, and I've been did a couple of landings down at Jacksonville just for adjusting things and doing much better. So we will see when I get to Atlanta. Everything will go great, and then when I'll get to Atlanta and see if everything falls to pieces. I'll let him answer you.
Tow connected and bypass pin in circuit. Release parking brake.
I like this time of year because
Start
you
at push back. And you may start engines.
get to start the engines right away. All right, so this new headset, when the engines are starting, it vibrates my face. Here we go. Vegan food. Blah. Let Austin eat it if he likes vegan food. Your headset does too. Yeah, don't worry about it. I won't bug you. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, gotta get that going. Good. Have you been flying? Have they called you for any more flights? Here we go. Get the air conditioning going again. Turn that off. And
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
give me a moment. Alright.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Generator's on. That's off. What did I miss? I always miss something. Those are on. Those are on. That's on. That's on. That's on. Now I can check this. That's fine. Disconnecting hand signals. Flaps 5. He still hasn't given me a runway. Brutal turn to for our departure right there. Get to the end of the runway and hard left.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Thank you.
Southwest 149, passing 2,300.
RTO.
5,000. After passing through 5,000, direct loop.
He always hides behind that pole.
After 5,000, deck
Yes.
loop. Southwest
Flights.
149.
Flaps are set.
Southwest
Set.
149, climb and maintain 15,000. Climb and maintain 15,000. Southwest 149.
Chicago departure. Delta 2531's ready for taxi.
Delta 2531, runway 28 right at November 5, taxi by Alpha, Alpha 15, November, November 5.
I hope I got all this. Taxi runway 28 right from November to Alpha 15 to November 5.
Alright, Delta 2531 is runway 28 right at November 5. It's going to be an intersection departure. Run taxi by Alpha 15, November 5.
Okay, so 28 right at November 5 via Alpha 15, November 5.
Roger, thanks.
Okay. Can tell I've never been to O'Hare before. November 5 is a 13,000 foot runway, so I can understand why he said that. And he said 28 right, so I've got to go in here and departure and switch this to 28 right. That makes more sense with that wind. I was wondering about that. Takeoff speeds deleted, insufficient fuel. It says insufficient fuel. That's a crappy thing to say. Okay, so delete that. Let's go here and so we got 28 right and legs.
Southwest 449 Chicago, close frequency change advisor, confirm good afternoon. Frequency change Southwest 449. Good afternoon.
Takeoff speeds deleted, so let's go N1 limit and check. That reminds me I should go here and do that. Alright, that's good. It says they don't have enough fuel, huh? So I don't know if this thing will let me, but I'm going to add 2,000 pounds of fuel. Let's say 18,232. That let me. So I've got a little bit in my center tank. Alright, so now I should have enough fuel though, pretty sure. So let's go back here, back, have a tab, airport, and we are sitting here. We want to go Alpha 15. Alpha 15's way over here, and then November 5, or November to November 5. Okay, I got it. So we got to keep our eyes open here. Alpha 15, November 5. There, if there's any doubt. Let's see if that's in there good enough. Alpha 15, okay, so there's I missed a space. Okay, taxi light. By the way, are my light switch works? Nope, it doesn't. Now parking brakes off. Thank you, 280. Alpha 12. There we go. This is actually, well, you know, I mean, we won't get to see the Chicago skyline go by, but I'm not, you know, our frame rate should be better as a result. Alpha 15. Come on, make the turn. Come on. No sign. It's blank. There's a bunch of these blank signs. I'm on Bravo. Shit. These signs are all screwed up too. That I have seen at this airport. No, I am on Bravo. And Delta 2531 made a wrong turn. I'll get on November here in just a minute.
Roger, you can continue on Alpha 15, Bravo, Lima, November 5.
Alpha 15, Bravo, Lima, November 5. Delta 2531.
I'm sorry, Alpha 17, looks like you missed 15 as well.
Okay, so here we are at Lima. And that should be November 5.
That's 2531 on departure, flight 180, runway is 28 right at Echo. Question November 5, so to pick up.
Delta 2531 on departure, turn right heading 180 at November 5, cleared for takeoff. Let's see, is this... I believe you cleared me via Echo 2531. Okay, so I gotta do this. And weather radar.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be taking off in just a few minutes. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for departure.
Right, and we'll go heading select 180 on departure.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
And we'll go heading mode, and auto throttle's already armed. If you only got a little bit in the center tank, leave it off and turn it on at 10,000 feet. Otherwise, it could give you a master caution. Okay. Take care of that real quick. Lights are on. Forgot one light switch. And we'll shut those off. Drive on the British side of the road, huh?
E1, rotate.
Rotate.
Positive green.
Gear up.
$400. 1,000.
1,000. Command A. Go 180. 2531, Roger. I cannot hear this guy. Uh, 2531 is passing through 3,500 per 5,000.
2531, Roger. Climate maintain 15,000 after passing 5,000 or current gate.
Climb and maintain 15,000, and after passing 5,000 I can go direct where? Chomsky. Thank you, Delta 2531. Alright, so left turn heading 150, and he's cleared me to 15,000. I can do VNav. Alright, got an arrow so I can do flaps, and legs, exec, and LNAV, and flaps. That looks good. And we're at 6,000. Pressurization looks good. No complaints up there. Flaps are up. And expand that out. And I can try to...
2531, Chicago close, frequency change, advisory observed. Have a good night.
2531, thanks for your help tonight. So... 122.8. Man, that was nerve-wracking. I'll be honest. $10,000. Time checks with the flight plan, but I've never really seen any service do that anyway. Yeah, I think they just, you know, honestly, it's just one of those things that they know pilots do, so they do it. Nobody knows why. I was at a stopwatch with my E6V, but that's a while ago, before GPS. At least, you know, I never knew why. see, so you use it to do fuel and time checks. Well, I mean, so here I can see that at Atlanta I'm going to have 9.6 tons of fuel.
1,000 to go.
So, actually 9.6 thousand. It's not, I'm not using kilograms, so it's not tons. So give me 15,000 and go on up to 370. There's my top of climb right there. We will have ATC down in Atlanta. Usually this time of night they've got somebody. Everybody on here's from outside of the U.S., but I'll say I watched a baseball game today. A what? I mean, check the waypoints on the flight plan and then fill in all the times at all the waypoints, starting with takeoff time, and then some of the waypoints also fill in the current fuel and compare with expected and burned fuel. Okay, so you guys must have paper or something that you fill all that stuff in, or something. So, so right now it says at Chomsky I'll have 16.2, and I should be there at 21:42. So I'll be there 1 minute. And standard. So it says I'll have 16.2 at Chomsky, and I've just passed Chomsky, so I've got 14. I've got 15.4, 15.9 right there. Oh. So you compare it to SimBrief. Interesting. I get more and more information out of SimBrief. First time I saw a SimBrief flight plan, I was, an OFP, I was like, what is all this stuff? Like, who could possibly know what this stuff is? So if I go to my flight summary, so here's my OFP right here. So at Chomsky, well, I could see what I expect my ground speed to be 428. I mean, we don't use SimBrief, but one of the options is exact same layout with my company. Okay. One component outside there. So here it is. Estimated fuel on board, actual fuel on board. So at Chomsky, it predicted 14.8. Here, well, see, it's all blown off because I added 2,000 pounds. Shouldn't I added that 2,000 pounds? I get those, occasionally I'll get those messages saying you're using reserve fuel, and I'm not. Well, I don't think I am. But insufficient fuel is kind of scary to me. But I see what you do. You get this printout, and then you just write it down in here. So, actual fuel on board. So at Karen, it says that I should have 14.5. A predicted burn, is that what that is? An actual burn? But where does it, where do you find the actual, or the burn, the fuel burn rate here? I would think it'd be on the progress page somewhere. vStates, very nice. So I could, oh, fuel flow? Is that what it? So at Karen it says I should, my fuel burn should be 2.0. Those messages are bugs. The using reserve fuel message I always get, but it's not correct. You can see next to the auto brake there is a switch. Click it to use, and then the lower D will see burn. Let's see, let's see. It's not correct. Let's see. Next to the auto brake there's a switch. Auto brake. Speaking of which, I've seen that switch before years ago. Fuel flow used. Oh, I see. Okay. So here we're coming up on Zibo. So you have to flip the switch down to see it's a temporary switch, 1.47. That'll be useful. So you don't have to, but then the time, where do you use the time? So for example, on the OFP right here, it shows estimated fuel on board and fuel burn, and then in these two columns. But where do you see the time? Yeah, but don't flip it to reset, otherwise it resets to 0. Yeah. Yep. I never, you know, it's a switch, you know, there's so many switches in here that you mostly kind of ignore. You know, like I never touch these two. I could write volumes about what I don't know. Like I'd never touch this. Never touch trim air. Never touch this center knob. Overheat power test. Occasionally I'll do this, you know, not much. And then I guess if I were going to check the generators.
$1,000 to go.
Never touch those, obviously. Hardly ever touch the wiper blades. These, never touch them. You know, I mean, there's reason if you have outages on, but you know, I don't know how much in depth I want to go into this airplane. And I have mucked with these sometimes because, you know, when you do your, you know, you're checking the airplane. When you're doing the full checklist, you go through a lot of these. Those actually work, and that's something. Standby power, never touch. Well, rarely. Very rarely. I think I did this one time when I had some sort of a weird outage, and it may have been on the PMDG. Alright. So, coming up on Zibo. The window heat is just a test. Trim air should be on. They regulate the different temperatures in the cockpit for that. Okay. So when you turn trim air on, then it uses this knob. If you don't have that on, well, it's not on. So if you want to make the passenger cabin cooler, go like that, or, oh, that's not a supply duct. Three knobs below it will regulate the temperature, but without trim on, it will take an average. Okay. Oh, look, there's a button right there too. Something that's somebody that's standing in the cockpit doesn't want to hear. Oh, look, there's a button right there too. Now let's see, we're level now, so I can go home, PA system, level off, and click that off. I always forget to, there's even one button missing on the overhead. Really? I'm not surprised. When I was practicing my landings recently, I took up the default 738. I have to tell you, landing that airplane is a lot different than landing this one. They've done a lot to this flight model. No, it's not. I mean, we use YouTube for our cockpit voice recorder. I think that's up here, right? The cockpit voice recorder somewhere? There. By the way, I was showing these guys Sim Toolkit Pro. This is a free app. Just Google it. But it sort of consolidates everything together. All your weather, radio frequencies, your load, and it takes your OFP apart, so it puts all the maps there as a scratch pad if you want it. And you got your charts up here. I don't know if these charts work in Europe. I'll be real curious to find out if they work in Europe. Star. I'm on the Chipper 1. Real basic. Chipper landing expected. So gotta look here. There we go. Chipper 1 at 13,000. Landing east. Expect 250 knots. And that's the plan, but that's as expect. Oh, right of window heat lights. Up here somewhere. Up here. Let's look here at the live map and see what's on it. So yeah, Atlanta is alive, and the weather is frightful. That sim says I'm here. This thing says I'm here. So this could be a mess. I hope not. I had to fly into a weather disaster. They're free. They come with this tool. I don't know how much they cover Europe. I'd be real curious. So, you know, they cover the US and at least some of Canada. I know at least some of it because I was up in Toronto today. I flew the Citation down from Toronto down to Chicago, which is how I ended up in Chicago to fly down to Atlanta. I figure I'll fly down to Atlanta before this hurricane turns north and goes across the top of the country. Like they pretty much always do. But yeah, they've got different overlays. I don't know what all this stuff does. I've got that sim turned on. I guess I could turn on airport ATC too. Yep. So they've got an approach control active down here too. Last night they were the whole thing was lit up. And I would expect this thing will become, I hope that it'll become a lot busier and we'll see more GA. Oh wow, that's, oh, you can see sunset coming. That's a Citation, it's that fast sucker, 461 knots. What is it? It's just incredibly fast. I don't remember what it is. Citation 750 though. I don't know why some are blue and some are green. Yeah, it comes with it. You just, you know, you don't have to do anything. It's all free. Real easy install too. Just drop it in a directory and it takes care of the rest. So yeah, I'm pretty impressed by this tool. You know, this may be similar to what's that other app? The one Matt Davies is creating. Which I like him. You know, think about supporting him sometimes. It just, I don't know. I like this. And this works in prepared as well. I don't know if it'll work with FS 2020 or not. Is that weather moving north? It's just, the whole map is moving north. Cheat and bring up my iPad. See which way it's moving. Moving south, southwest. Let's see what, yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see when we get there. Back to flight landing. Oh, they also have landing reports if you want a little laugh. Here's my landing reports. When I had it on, I was adjusting my airplanes. That was my landing. When was that? That was in Jacksonville. No, that was in Atlanta. That wasn't a bad landing. Sometimes it's just wrong. You know, I don't know if that was minus 74 or not. It may have been 174. This was says minus 400. That was wrong. My landing in Min was close to butter. Of course, maybe 396 is close to butter, but I think that's hard. We'll see. Let's see, I've got to go here. Go back to flight summary. And you can set up a schedule. I don't know what that does. Here's my fleet. 3 airplanes. That's a lot of airplanes. Citation, TBM. For one person, 3 airplanes is a lot. So if I go to arrival charts, go back to star, chipper 1 here, and let's see what we got. Legs. Chipper 1, 13,240. Actually, let's go to, we'll take care of the descent stuff first. 250/exact forecast. Weather. So 3016 and 8 slash 30.16. Yep. And 10,000. And 0.14. Uh, 0.5 to 11. And 136 at 4. 4. Exact that. Flaps 30. Fix. Oops, legs. Next page. And 9 left. So I could change, but it'll be close. Slash 4. That's what I like about BatSim is they make you change things. Thanks. Come on. I don't know if you did, but don't forget to turn the center tanks back on. I did actually, and I think I didn't. I thought I did when I passed 10,000. I was doing oh, I shut the lights off, that's what I did. Autowork 2. So we're pretty much set for arrival, except for setting up the ILS. But I'll be talking to a controller before then to make sure I'm going to be landing with 9 left. So yeah, that's a good tool. I mean, I see why people like it so much. It just consolidates everything. You end up with all these windows, you know, you have your SimBrief window, you've got your SkyVector window, you know, and you're having to fish around to try to find your weather. And you do a little bit of fishing around in this app. You can't just pop up your weather. That'd be nice to have a little thing in here where you could just hover and get your weather. Like a quick button. Maybe I'll suggest that to him. So I have not been following this PXY is next. We will see what. So you guys sit here, and every time a fix comes by, you flip this switch down to see what your fuel burn is and how much fuel you have remaining. Interesting. You guys are busy the whole flight. And that's 2 guys. One of these days I've got to map my autopilot disconnect switch on my yoke. I don't know, we'll see. I may get FS 2020 and fall in love with the 747. Even though I got it when I was, I've got the PMDG one, and I flew it once, maybe twice, just to see what it was like to fly a 4-story airplane. Not at every waypoint, but at least every 30 minutes. Okay. So, I guess we could... We just turned. Where's it? Okay, so now we're direct to BNA, so now I can click Used. And it says 4.64. Oh, now it stayed. Maybe it reverts back. 4.64. So it says here that we should have used 5.8. 5.8. So we're using less fuel than than the flight plan called for. That's good to know. Okay, so I've got to check these altitudes. So 13,000 is a hard altitude at Chipper. And then I'd show you the chart, but every time I hit page down, it's gonna arrival charts, star, Chipper. Okay, and then we're going Chipper, Merchant, and Bishop. Chipper, Merchant, Bishop is a hard altitude at 9,000, and then Navy at or above 8,000, and Rayen at or above 7,000, and Ake at or above 6,000. And then I go to the approach, and pilots to 9 left. Ake at or above 6,000. RB at or above 5,000, and then Heidi at or above 4,000 it says, and this says at or below. Why does it always say at or below 4,000? It always says that. The chart says at or above. And then Benny 2,700 at or above. And that just says hard altitude. Why is that doing that? Fuel. Oh, sorry. There. When I was learning VATSIM, I would put on my flight plan that I was new, so that that controllers would know that I might make mistakes. I feel like I should do that with this until I got more experience. The chart says at or above, you should change it. That's all the chart says. Sometimes, yeah, it always says at or below on one of these fixes. So I can change that to 4,000 A. Execute. always. If you know, at least here in the States, it does. Have you been flying in the States on the sim? Weather radar is on. Sky Vector kind of says that rain is going to be moderate. No, showed me. Yeah, they're all there. And they're all free. There's nothing to do but install Sim Toolkit Pro and they show up. And the TBM, you can get them on the MFD. They're two different services. You can pop them up on the MFD, on the TBM. I think there's a URL you might have to fix, you might have to set up, but it's in the log or something. Or, you know, if you get on their Discord, they'll explain to you what you got to do, but you can get them there, or you can get them on Sim Toolkit Pro. Either way you need to do it. It's like all these things are like an iPad, right? You've got it's like an iPad that you have with you in the cockpit. It's got all these tools on it, like this Avatab thing. Let's see. I never told them they could eat. Eat. Yes. We will have ATC in about 10 minutes, I think. We're over Kentucky right now. You can even see what the names of the roads are on this map. Or the satellite. But I like this one because you can see the towns. you can see Kentucky. Interesting that they put Berea and Richmond, but not Lexington on this map. So am I here or am I here? So that's a King Air 350. And up 2664. I don't know what the differences are. I don't know why some are blue and some are green. Maybe just to make it look different. Or maybe these are on the ground. No? Or maybe they're at lower altitude or something. No? Good idea to check how much extra fuel you have on top of the NERA reserves with that weather. To check how much extra fuel you have on top of the reserves with that weather. Let's see, so if I go to the progress page, I've got 13, I'll have 13 when I get there. Well, no. This is what I have now, right? 13? That's actually wrong. Got 12.7. And then at Atlanta it says I'll have 10.7. My reserves were 6.4, so I'll have 4.3 extra. If that's what you mean. Right. Index. Curve. Yeah, 6.5 was my reserves. 10.7 is what I'll have. Let me go back there. Progress. Yeah, 10.7 is what I'll have, and 6.5 is what my reserves is, so I'll have 4.2 extra. So I guess if I have to do a missed approach check and I've got, you know, 4,000 pounds to play with on top of the reserves. My alternate is Nashville. So 45 minutes extra. My alternate is Nashville, which is, actually we're going to be close to Nashville right now. I go to live map. Yeah, we're about right over Nashville. So here's our airport down here. Nashville is up here. So we're almost to Nashville. So I could go to some airports that are closer. So worst case scenario, I could try to shoot an extra approach, depending on the conditions. Top of descent is way down there, 80 miles. These are baseball players. I don't know what that is, but Matthew and McGriff. He was first baseman, I think, for the Braves years ago. Good first baseman. Chipper Jones. Some of these names I don't know. Yeah, well, I added 2,000 extra, so that would have given me an extra 20 minutes. See, we're at Nashville now, so I can click the fuel use button. We've used, routed to 2.9, 5.8, and our OFP says 7.0. Maybe the wind is better than it predicted. It's cool to know that. It is. Yeah, they've actually started I think the day before yesterday they restarted it. It's a pretty safe sport for the situation. The person I worry about is the umpire and the catcher, because they're right there with each other. I bet they could test it before every game. So enjoy it while you can see it. Yeah, FS 2020, they give you the A320 and the 747. So take your pick. Really good looking clouds up there. That looks really good right there. Yeah, you guys, I don't know, you guys, they have cricket in England, which is, you know, if anything's close to it, that's close to it. More and more soccer's catching on here. So let's see, go to my live map and see where we are. Yep, the controller's still there. And I'm getting pretty close. So, well, somebody chimed in there. 132.97. Swap that. Atlanta Center, Delta 2531's with you, level at flight level 370.
Delta 2531 Atlanta Center, ident.
Ident. Nobody's ever asked me to ident before. Hold on. Transponder. Okay, how do you ident?
Delta 2531, ident not observed. Squawk 2014.
2014. 2531. Small button. Oh.
Delta 2531, radar contact 50 miles northeast of Rocket. Welcome aboard.
2531. Nobody has ever asked me to do that before. Can you believe that? Not. I think in the TBM they have, but never. You know. Like I said, I've only flown this plane 5 times. There it is. It says ident right there. You gotta. Of all the things not to know how to do. Unbelievable. The temperature's minus 31, so I don't feel like we need icing. Look at these clouds. I love XPlane for this. I'm sure that the clouds in FS 2020 will be nice, but you never got these kinds of layers and prepared ever. From minus 40 to 10 plus. Well, we are minus 31, so I guess let's. No. Alright. What happens if I click that? Nothing. Minus 40 to plus 10. Wow. So if I'm flying in Antarctica, I'm probably pretty good. So I figure, I don't know what these approach controllers have on their, or the center controllers have on their maps. They must have something to tell them when to start airplanes down, unless they have it all memorized. doesn't sound busy. I had to pick two of the three busiest airports in the country to put the start switches to continuous. Yeah, here in the clouds, of course. Oh, before I switch it on. All right. Continuous. Okay. So I'm going to give him, I'll give him the babe to give me lower. He didn't say descend via the star that I heard.
2531 is to maintain flight level 240.
Descend to maintain flight level 240 Delta 2531. Alright, so I can I guess I hit that. So engine eyes should turn on the continuous switches and then anti-eyes. Okay. Okay, let's pull this back. And let's get this out. Level change, okay? VNAV will dive the speed and you could overspeed. Yeah. I got my speed brake all the way out. It's catching up really fast. I put VNAV back on, and it's yeah. I'll change steps to the speed VNAV dives path. Speed brakes is not necessary. We mostly use it if we are high, below 10,000 feet above. That we just increase speed and use level change to catch. Okay. Well, when I see it approaching the overspeed, well, then I definitely get speed brakes out.
American 1422, leaving my airspace to north radar service terminated.
But we're on the path. Our speed is okay. So below 10,000 is where I'll be thinking about the altitude.
American 1422, Atlanta Center. Delta 2531, cross chipper at and maintain 13,000 at 250 knots.
Delta 2531 cross chipper at 13,000 at 250 knots.
American 1422, Atlanta Center.
Okay, those are already programmed. Well, they're not. Chipper. Where's chipper?
American 1726, welcome back. Sun Country 343, Lima Meyer Space to the south, radar service terminated for the change approved today.
If you see it approaching overspeed, just hit level change and it will not. With VNAV, it could still go in overspeed even with speed brakes. Okay. See, so level change, okay. So even though there's no throttle, VNAV may put your airplane in a dive that will overspeed you. Interesting. So the question is it going to be able, you know, this always makes me nervous, the speed aspect of it, because I've seen this airplane just blow off the speed, just, well, I've seen it blow off both. Oh, I've seen it blow off the speed a lot. Below 10,000 feet, it has no qualms about going up above 250. Yeah, VNAV just dives to catch the path and doesn't care about your speed when it's diving. Yeah, because it wants the path. Auto brake is set. Temperature is +3. Altimeter.
Delta 1422, Atlanta Center.
3017.
Delta 386, squawk 2025.
Oops, wrong thing. He never told me what approach to expect or what runway.
November 121, Charlie Whiskey. Hey, how you doing? Good, how are you? I'm good. How can I help you?
Got a private message to contact you on the frequency.
Yes, sir. Flying around Charlotte airspace, I'm controlling that. So, what are your intentions?
Okay. So right now, oh, standard.
I didn't know anybody was controlling it. I'm a VSR in the area.
Alright, no problem. Charlotte Cross Bravo airspace.
Chipper is, the next fix is right there. That's Chipper.
Delta 386 radar contact, 21 miles northwest of the foothills of VOR. Welcome aboard. Thank you.
See what I mean? Well, I'm gonna put some speed brakes out here because my
Delta 2531, contact approach 12517. Good day.
125.7. Thanks for your help. Atlanta approach Delta 2531 is with you through 13,800 for 13,000.
Delta 2531, Atlanta approach, good evening. Atlanta altimeter 3017, information Charlie's current. Descend via the Chipper 1 arrival, runway 9 right.
Descend via the Chipper 1 arrival, runway 9 right, Delta 2531. Okay, so I can put this down to 4,000. And we're landing 9 right. Right. Okay, so yeah, we barely got the speed. Okay, so I'm good. And I need to go 9 right. Now that's 9 right. 108. And I want to go difference. Sec, and let's go good there. 108.9. Swap that in. Course is 095. It's already set.
United 131, RNAV to Herschel, runway 8 right, quick takeoff.
RNAV to Herschel, runway 8 right, quick takeoff.
Thanks, we're back on
Delta 2531, sorry, I wasn't very specific. Expect the ILS approach, runway 9 right from defense.
Expect the ILS runway 9 right from defense, Delta 2531. Which is what I was doing. Okay, and then we're good there. We've got the frequency set. The missed approach altitude is 4,000. Atlanta VORTAC, let's see, is 116.9. Swap that in. And there we go. See, it's going above 250. I think it can go up to 259 without getting in trouble. ATC won't bug you as long as you don't go above that. But
Hey, Jack, 0432.
I'm going to put some speed brake out. If you're high, you can also select a higher descent speed. Okay. Yeah, now's a good time to use the speed brake since you're coming close to the 250, 10,000 foot wind restriction. What you could have also done is dive more below the path, then shallow the descent, and reduce the speed while you shallow the descent to come back on path. I see what you, yeah. I hear it. I need to do it sometime. I need to try that. So if you were descending at say 280, you could go into the FMC until you want to descend at 290, so it'll go a little bit steeper. what you're saying.
And 131 radar contacts the altitude passing.
We're passing 3,200.
I've also seen
And 131
where
14,000.
if a control holds them up at an altitude and they know they're going to have to descend, that they'll pull out the speed window and drop their speed back to like 210 or
Delta
something.
2531, I think you might have taken a wrong transition. Flashing 180, expect vectors to final.
Delta 2531 heading 180. This is what my chart said to do for this. Is it not right? Is it wrong?
Yeah, sir, I'm not sure. I'm still getting used to the size of my screen here. I thought you were going direct Jagger. Are you going direct, are you going direct Navy now? Or were you supposed to go direct Navy?
That's what the star said to do, to go direct Navy next, and then to, I guess, pass Ryan, and then to, what is it, Deepin?
Yeah. Okay, you know what, Delta 2531, clear direct Andy, resumed at Chipper 1 arrival.
Clear direct Andy, Chipper 1 arrival, Delta 2531. I've got AK, I don't have Andy.
Okay, you might have programmed 9 left then if you have AK. But you know what, that's fine, sure. Clear direct Ryan.
Direct Ryan, 2531.
United 131, contact center 132.9 or something, good day.
Contact center 132.97. Good day, United 131.
Okay, so we're doing 250. And
French American 1738, football 1 north, taxi Charlie.
American 1738, runway 8 right, taxi Echo Hotel.
Hotel 8 right.
and approach, just so you know, I do have runway 9 right programmed into the FMC. Not sure what's going on, but I'm ready for that approach.
Sorry, so you have 9 left or 9 right? Because the fixes you're giving me are 9 left, but the altitudes you're giving me are 9 right here, so I'm confused as confused as you are here.
Okay. Yeah, I originally was programmed for 9 left, and I switched it over to 9 right, but apparently it's kept some of the fixes. Sorry about that.
Alright, Delta 2531, you know what? We'll just factor you all the way in here.
Thanks.
The last approach, so the 561 north.
South 4622, I'm behind the American on Echo.
I'm going to get flaps 1 out.
Delta 2531, turn left heading 110, join the runway 9 right, localizer.
Turn left heading 110, join the runway 9 right localizer.
Yep, 9 right localizer, and descend and maintain 4,000.
Descend and maintain 4,000, Delta 2531 heading 110.
Southwest 2251, want to approach. Okay.
Okay, come on.
South 2251, I don't know what that Delta 568 is doing, but we're up behind the American.
So who's first in line down there?
The American is first.
Let's click approach.
Then the Delta's second.
Negative, sir, we're behind the
Auto
American,
throttle.
which is number 1.
Alright, American 1738, hard out to Ronnie, runway 8 right, move takeoff.
Ronnie 8 right, clear takeoff, American 1738.
What the heck?
And then let's do,
Oh, I may be
568,
flying.
you're going to be number 3.
Unable.
We're number 2, sir. Negative, I'm number 2.
What's this thing doing?
Okay, just call me when you're ready.
Me, South 26, load ready.
My autopilot has gone berserk.
Delta 2531 is 4.5 miles from Defense, cross Defense, at or above 5,000, cleared ILS runway 9 right approach.
Cross Defense at or above 5,000, 4,000 I guess. Cleared ILS runway 9 right approach, Delta 2531.
Yeah, just give you 5 as a buffer, but you can cross it as published. Delta 568, runway 8 right, to line up runway 8.
Hey, right point, Delta 568.
It's giving me defense. I don't have defense on my plans. Are you localizing quite slow?
Hey, I'm on Fred South 2251. Yeah, Delta just cut in front of me. Are you able to
yeah, this is weird.
Right,
Nothing's up here, but I got this down here.
Unable.
Okay, so I'm flaps 1.
American 1738, radar contacts, altitude passing.
Delta Flaps 2.
American 1738, go maintain 14,000.
Seems...
Thank you.
Delta 568, guard after Ronnie, runway 8 right, good takeoff.
We're after the wrong Ronnie. Runway 8 right, good takeoff. Delta 568.
Southwest 2251, runway 8 right, line up away.
Line up away.
Just...
Sorry for the aircraft, that red line up away. Can I get your call sign, please?
Yeah, Air Force 1.
Sorry, say again. Thank you.
Alright, so that's an auto brake set. Those are already on continuous. I can shut these off. And, oh wait, that's pitot heat. What am I doing? I'll go flaps 5.
Delta 568, radar contact, altitude passing.
Altitude passing. Educating 2,100 climbing to Delta 5.
Delta 568, call maintain 14,000.
Are we radar contact? Let's move for that. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna put shots 2251 requesting departure.
Okay. Delta 2531, runway 9 right, clear to land, wind calm.
Delta 2531, clear to land runway 9 right.
Good 7.
One crew,
American.
107, rate 1730, MCM.
Southwest 2251, non after Ronnie, runway 8 right, good takeoff.
I've never seen him
We're
go.
rolling
Alright, so gear down, flaps 15.
Delta 568, what time is it?
And
Good day.
And VREF is 146, we're looking for 151.
Southwest 2251, radar contact, altitude passing.
We're passing 1500, South 2251.
Southwest 2251, go maintain 14,000.
Flaps 30, set, those are set. Auto brake is armed, we're good. Oops. Come on, come on. Boom. Now I'm gonna be high. Oh, blast. No altitude callouts.
Southwest 2251, center 3297, good day.
80 knots.
Still all over the place, but at least I got a nice touchdown. I guess I could turn the taxi light on since I left the runway lights off, or the approach lights off. And 2531's clear the runway.
Delta 2531, thanks for Atlanta, and sorry for the show. Taxi to the ramp via Dixie Lima, cross runway 9 left at Dixie.
Taxi to the ramp via Dixie Lima, cross runway 9 left at Dixie, 2531. Let's get our arrival charts. Let's see, so ground, Amatab. That's still Chicago. ATL. Oops.
Good evening, Atlanta approach, Delta 1446.
That's for
R2 Savannah as well.
That's good. Go ahead and turn this on.
And sorry for the aircraft calling for clearance. Can I get the call sign only?
Delta 1446.
Okay, Delta 1446 on approach, expect PDC.
The lighthouse goes out. Okay. Alright, I see what you're saying. I'll message him in a second. I always end up down here. My long landings. But it was a nice smooth touchdown, which is what I've been after. Now I can start working more on the friggin' auto throttle, which is, or on the throttle, which has been my bane. Slowly I get better. That's where I parked there on the right last time. Right there. So this time I can park, hopefully, yep, right there. Pull in the other spot and they'll say, oh, it's him again. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut across here. Turn off the taxi light. So it's interesting that there are doors up there. Off, and we can turn this off. this off. And
Prepare doors for arrival, please. Taking off call.
all right. Listen to the passengers get off. Best I can say is that I always seem to get it on the ground one way or another. So those are set. Off, 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 off. And off. And by the way, how much fuel we got left? We got 10,480 pounds of fuel. It says I landed at 472 feet per minute. Does that make sense? Like, that seems really, that would have been like a hard landing, wouldn't it? I never put my flaps up. I would have shut the engines down and never put my flaps up. Whatever. Lights are off. APU's off. This should be down. So that's cool. This thing shows me the flights I've made and the call sign, not the type aircraft. This is the TVM, this is the citation, and that is the Zibo. Good. Then I'll know where I left my airplane. Hide routes, hide airport markers, hide logbook tools. It felt like a really good touchdown. That's all I'll say. It didn't feel like a... It felt like exactly what I wanted. You know what? I can disconnect from VATSIM and I can do a replay. VATSIM. Because while these people get on the plane really fast, it takes them a long time to get off. VATSIM. Alright, so I can... so I'm going to disconnect. Alright, I've disconnected from VATSIM. I can go to oh, it's raining. Oh my gosh. Toggle replay mode. And let's go here. Let's see what my landing was like. Why does it keep doing that? Alright, that's decent, I guess. Shift. Well, I'll watch it here first. Watch my speed going down and then up again. And then I'm below the VASIs, then I'm up just about above the VASIs. I think I was at some point. Yep. My speed's getting right, finally. Would not call this a stable approach, but it worked. Okay, and there I am. Little high, 6 degrees. I went up to 6 degrees. But that was a nice landing. So I need to keep my nose down a little bit more. And it was fun. It was fun. Let's look at it from the outside. Wasn't all over the place. Shift 3. And let's go back. And I guess to there. No. That was respectable. Slowly I get better. I want to watch it again. Had a little skip, but it's okay. I've seen real world pilots do the same thing. Tiny skip. I've seen scarier one, much scarier ones in the real world. That was a good one. All right. Beautiful, busy airport. Stone Mountain. Alright, that's it for tonight. Oh, it says 12 feet per minute this time. Yeah, this thing's not real good at doing this. Same landing, 12 feet per minute.